Good afternoon, everyone. I am Ravi Thanki, Company Secretary of Integra Engineering India Limited, joining this 43rd Annual General Meeting of the company from its registered office situated at Halol, Panchmahals, Gujarat. I hope all of you are in good health and eager to participate in the proceedings of the meeting. Before I start introducing our board members and other attendees, I would like to thank all the stakeholders for showing their continued trust and cooperation. Now, I would like to introduce you to our board of directors of your company to you. Firstly, we have Mrs. Corinne Rixdil, Chairperson and Non-Executive Director of the company. She is the Chairperson of CSR Committee, Corporate Social Responsibility Committee, and member of Stakeholders Relationship Committee, Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Audit Committee. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ravi. I am Corinne Ruckstuhl and I'm joining this meeting from the Dobel, Switzerland. I welcome you all at this 43rd AGM.
Thank you, ma'am. And next, we have Mr. Adrian Oler, Non-Executive Director of the company. He is the member of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Sir, please.
Yes, thank you, Ravi. I'm Adrian Oehler, and I'm joining this meeting from my home office in Wetzikon, Switzerland.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Mr. Bharat Salotra, Non-Executive Independent Director of the company. He is the Chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee and member of Audit Committee and Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ravi. This is Bharat Salotra from Delhi. I am taking this call from my home office in Delhi. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Mrs. Komal Solomon, Non-Executive Independent Director of the company. She is the Chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and member of Audit Committee. Ma'am, please.
Mute.
Thank you, Ravi. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Komal Solomon, and I'm joining this meeting from my office in Mumbai.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Mr. Jayesh Mehta, Non-Executive Independent Director of the company. He is the Chairman of Audit Committee and the member of Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. Sir, please.
Welcome to everybody. Good afternoon. I am Jayesh Mehta. I am joining this meeting from my office at Vadodara.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Mr. Dilip Singh Jadeja, Additional Director in the capacity of Non-Executive Independent Director of the company. Sir, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. I am Dilip Singh Jadeja, and I'm joining this AGM from Ahmedabad.
Thank you, sir. Further, I would like to recognize the presence of the following persons: Mr. Bhavin Karia, Chief Executive Officer, and Mr. Kunal Thakrar, Chief Financial Officer, who are joining this meeting from the registered office at Halol, Gujarat. Mr. Parin Shah and Mr. Rachit Sheth, partner of CNK and Associates Chartered Accountants, statutory auditors of the company, and Mr. Devesh Pathak, founder of Messrs. Devesh Pathak and Associates, practicing company secretaries, the secretarial auditor of the company. Now I request the chairperson to proceed with the meetings.
Thank you, Ravi. Would you please confirm the quorum of this meeting?
Yes, ma'am. The requisite quorum has been present through video conferencing.
Great. A very warm good afternoon to esteemed shareholders in India. I welcome you all to this 43rd Annual General Meeting of Integra Engineering India Limited. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has issued circulars from time to time inter alia allowing conducting of AGM through video conferencing and other audiovisual means and dispensing with the personal presence of members. Accordingly, this 43rd AGM of the company is being held through video conferencing in terms of aforesaid circulars. Members are requested to participate on first come first serve basis as participation is limited. It's restricted up to 1,000 members only. I believe we don't have any issue on that. However, participation of large shareholders, institutional shareholders, and so forth are not subject to restriction on first come serve basis. In compliance with provisions of Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 20 of the Companies Rule 2014 and Regulation 44 of Securities Exchange Board of India 2015, members are provided with the facility to cast their votes electronically through the e-voting services provided by the Central Depository Services Limited on all the resolutions set forth in this notice through remote e-voting and e-voting at the AGM. Requisite registers are open for inspection electronically during the meeting.
Now I request the chairperson to address us, please.
Yes, thank you, Ravi. I will just try to share the presentation. Let me see. This works. Can you see the presentation?
No, ma'am. At present, it is not visible.
It is not visible. Ah, now.
Yes, ma'am. Now it is visible.
Perfect. Great. Thank you very much. We have prepared a short presentation to give you an overview of the business and what has happened during the last year, and also some outlook or strategic outlook for the future. The agenda of the presentation is, first of all, a short overview of the company, then a bit about the market, about our business strategy and products, an update on the financial results, more information on our infrastructure, and then also our sustainability strategy and various recognitions that we earned during the last year. Very important for you to note, this presentation have been prepared by the company, so it's just for information purposes and does not constitute any offer, recommendation, or invitation to purchase or subscribe for any securities. It's prepared on the information that we have today, which we consider reliable, but we don't take any responsibility for any outlook that we're giving here. Integra designs and manufactures solutions for sustainable mobility. What does this mean? Our current product portfolio is basically split into 3 different categories. First of all, we have the railway panels that are mainly manufactured for locomotives. Then we are having our line of metro interiors, where we're supplying components to different OEMs for metro trains mainly. And we have the railway control systems, our traditional business, which is for railway signaling and safety management of the railways. Our key customers, as you might all be knowing from previous years, are of course the big railway OEMs like Alstom, Siemens, ABB, but also other companies like CAF, which is a Spanish supplier, some Indian companies like BHEL, Hind Rectifiers, MEDA, Cepsa MEDA, and also the Indian Railways and Crompton Greaves. I know that some of you have been asking about what about new customers. Of course, Alstom and Siemens are globally the largest players when it comes to rolling stock supplies. They have by far the largest market share, and also today Alstom is a very, very strong player in the Indian market. There are more different smaller companies that we've been trying to work with, and we are also looking at further broadening our customer portfolio. We have various quality certifications. Of course, we have the standard ISO certification for the management system, but we also have enhanced process oversight certification for welding, for adhesive bonding, and for CE marking. I'd like to give you a short overview of the rolling stock landscape. First of all, the global market is a very attractive, continuously growing market with an expected growth of about close to 10% for the next 10-year, there's continuous need for infrastructure enhancement. And as you will be aware, also in India, that is in the intention of the government, and also for this year, the Railway Ministry has allocated a high fund for capital expenditure for the Indian Railways. In line with this, Indian Railways has increased the capacity to manufacture locomotives by 19% compared to the previous years, and we see that there are various initiatives on the way to increase that capacity further and have more locomotives manufactured yearly. Why is this important for us? We are still manufacturing a lot of panels that go into locomotives. A bit more than 50% of our business is related to that. So this, of course, also is a great opportunity for us to grow with the growing market. Next to the locomotive business, there's also initiatives to increase the high-speed and modern rolling stock availability in the countries. As you know, there's a rollout of another 200 Vande Bharat train, 100 Amrit Bharat trains, Namo Bharat Rapid Rail, and sleeper trains also in this financial year. The funding schemes are accelerated to increase that infrastructure rollout. There are various corridors proposed, and the cities should be connected better, which means more investment into trains, and which is also a big opportunity for us because we supply components to all these trains. What does this mean for our strategic direction? Our main goal right now is to leverage our core strengths and to build on our existing business. So, as I mentioned, we want, of course, to grow our established locomotive business and maintain a strong and sustained focus on metro projects, Vande Bharat train, and also export opportunities to drive future growth. Right now, our direct export percentage in our sales is below 10%, and we see also big potential to increase our export directly to various locations of the big OEMs globally in the coming years. Infrastructure and manufacturing enhancement has been on our agenda in the last year. It will continue to be important for us. We have invested a lot into a new factory, and we will also need to improve our processes and increase our efficiency by adoption of special processes and advanced technologies to be able to meet the evolving industry standards and customer expectations. Very important for our business are our people, our team, the skills of our people in the factory, and we work continuously on building a strong and dedicated team of professionals, fostering a culture of excellent innovation and accountability. Related to that, we've also taken various initiatives to digitize the value chain. Like, for example, we have implemented a supplier module where we have all our data and all interaction with our suppliers digitized. We have digitized all our HR interactions with our employees. This is all digital today, and we keep on continuously improving our digital setup. Very important, last but not least, is also sustainability. I will come to that later in the presentation. Just to give you a glimpse or an overview of what we are doing, since you're not able to visit the factory this year again, we've put some pictures of products that we recently developed. Here you can see some components for the metro, like the metro center ceiling that we now manufacture. We have developed the locomotive window panel and driver desk. some more products which are fitted into metro trains for Delhi Metro. We have manufactured, or we are still manufacturing end walls, which are going into the different coaches as a partition. We are manufacturing door pillars and various other components. Then we're doing different panels. On the left-hand side, you see a panel for CAF Spain, and on the right-hand side, you see panels that we're producing for Train 18 Vande Bharat. Now our financial performance. I think you have all received the annual report and read it thoroughly. So this is just to give you another overview of the company development in the last year. As you can see here, we've had a very significant increase in order intake compared to the previous year. This is excellent in a way, but it also has to be interpreted correctly. We have had, with our focus on metro project, we have more long-term orders than we used to have before. Before it was more short-term orders, and now we win full project, which means that we cannot expect this order intake to materialize into sales immediately within 1 year. This is going to be distributed over a longer time. Nevertheless, it's been a growth compared to the previous year. Also, the revenue we have been able to grow to 165 crore, and also the income as well as the profitability we've been able to increase in the last year. This shows again the development over the last 5 years, where you can see the continuous increase in order intake, our continuous growth in revenue, total income, and also earnings per share, which have been increased to 5.38 rupees again in the last year. Here also an overview of the profitability percentages, which have continuously been improved. I have to say this is quite challenging in our business because we are a supplier to OEMs, and as such we are manufacturing as per the customer specification, and we have with many customers an open book policy, so our margins are continuously under pressure. So we have to put a lot of effort to increase our efficiency, to maintain or actually increase our profitability. The quarterly results, I believe they have been published just a few minutes ago. You might have had a chance to look at those already. In the last quarter, we've been able to increase our revenue compared to the previous quarter by 8%, and compared to the previous year quarter by close to 30%. Also, total income has increased, and the profit before tax has also been increased. I think you would all be interested on where we spent all the money in the last financial year. We've invested a majority of the capex that you read in the annual report has been spent on our new factory shed and our new office building. We have a new office building that spans 750 square meters, that offers a modern and collaborative workspace to foster growth and innovation, and also improve communication amongst all employees. So we're finally able to have all the teams sit together and work efficiently in a new and nice office. More important for the output of the factory, of course, is the expansion of our new factory shed, which is about 7,000 square meter production building with 2 floors. That has significantly increased our capacity and will help to boost our manufacturing capabilities and help us to achieve our operational goals. On the top left, you can see the new factory building, which is mainly used for assembly purpose right now, and below the mentioned office space. On this slide, some more pictures. On the left, top left, that's the factory building from outside. Some more pictures from the factory from the inside. And on the bottom left, you have a picture of the new corporate office. We just like to give you a glimpse of the opening ceremony of the office and production building. Of course, that was very important to inaugurate it properly with the nice function that we held together with architects and all our staff earlier in this year. Apart from the CapEx invested into building infrastructure, we've also added additional machinery in the last financial year. We purchased a new Amada third punching machine and a CNC lathe machine, which you can see below here, that have helped us to enhance our operational capacity as well. Health and safety is very important for us. We do a lot of training on that, and we are very glad to report that during the last financial year, we had 0 lost time and due to accidents, and we have also not had any lost time due to serious accidents. So we've been successful in avoiding any accidents in the factory. Thanks to all these different initiatives that we are taking, we always have a National Safety Week. We have regular trainings on safety behavior, emergency measures like fire extinguishers, and safety trainings also for our security staff. And we also always celebrate the World Environment Day. We have increased our CSR spending during the last few years in line with our profits. And in the last year, we again supported the school that we also used to support in the previous years, which is close to our factory. We have helped them to construct toilets for female students. We provided beds and mattresses for the kids to sleep in a nice environment. And we also replaced and repaired additional toilets of the property. At Integra Engineering India Limited, as part of the Integra Group, we are deeply rooted in sustainable practices, and we are committed to continuously improve the environmental health and safety aspects of our operations, products, and services. And we strive to make a positive contribution to a better future. So in line with that, we have in the last year also, together with the group, implemented the sustainability strategy, and in 2024 we have started with a GHG inventory, which means that we started actually measuring our emissions and have a clear information on where we stand, based on which we are now working on a climate action plan in order to reduce our emissions with a long-term goal to a net zero vision of 2050. Last year we had a very fruitful visit to InnoTrans in Germany, Berlin, where we had the chance to meet all our major global customers, and one of the highlights of this trip was a meeting with Alstom where we had the chance to sign a global supplier agreement with Alstom, which will help us to supply to all of Alstom's global sites directly. We have signed that last year in September, and we've started working on global projects already. Like we're having now an order from Kazakhstan, for example, where we supply to Alstom Kazakhstan directly. And this has been a very important step in strengthening this partnership and increasing our export opportunities. Thanks to the hard work of our team, we have been able to earn several recognitions in the last year. We've been acknowledged by Alstom for a serial production project, and we've also had an appreciation from BHEL for sustainability. EcoVadis has given us the silver medal for the assessment in the last year. We got a CSR Excellence Award at the MS University of Baroda, and some other awards from local industries for various activities taken by the company. So let me just sum up again for you what's on our agenda for this year. What is our goal? We certainly want to improve the top and bottom line by focusing on quality and delivery. We see a lot of opportunities in the market, many requests, new projects. So we certainly want to increase our growth. We want to maximize our capacity utilization. As you've seen, we've added capacity with the expansion of the factory with our new shed. So right now we are running at about 60% capacity, and we want to, of course, try to increase this utilization during this year and improve with that also the resource utilization. Operational efficiency, this is one of our key targets. We need to be efficient in order to maintain our margins. So this is an initiative we are taking, and we're also always looking at possible automation. Things like right now our bending machines are all operated manually. We are right now exploring if we could operate them with robots to be more efficient. We are exploring innovation and new corporations to have an even better standing in the market. And we want to continuously improve our processes to grow our business. I think in the name of all the directors, I wish to sincerely thank all of those who have continuously supported and believed in our vision. Your unwavering encouragement and commitment have been instrumental to our journey and success. So I would like to extend the heartfelt appreciation, of course, to the employees who put on a day-to-day basis their hard work. All our customers, we really appreciate our good cooperations, our vendors who always support us when we need them, and also, of course, our investors, including Integra Holding AG Switzerland, who have supported us throughout our journey. Again, a special commendation to the dedicated team of employees. I think this was again a year of exceptional performance that not only led us to achieve record-breaking turnover, but also played a pivotal role in advancing our commitment to sustainable living. Your passion and hard work continue to shape our success and inspire our future. Together, we look forward to building on this momentum and reaching even greater heights. Thank you very much. Now, can I stop sharing? I don't know how that works. Here it is. Okay. Since notice of the meeting is already circulated to you, with your consent, it is taken as read. Now I request the company secretary to continue with the proceedings, please.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to inform the shareholders that there are no qualifications or reservations either in the auditor's report or the secretarial audit report, and accordingly, they are not required to be read. Now I request ma'am to please continue the proceedings further.
The annual report, along with standalone and consolidated audited financial statement for the period ended 31st March 2025, have already been with you for some time, so I take the same as read. As you all know, the company has availed the services of CDSL for providing electronic voting facility to the members of the company under Section 108 of the Companies Act 2013, read with Rule 20 of the Companies Rules 2014 on all the resolutions set forth in the notice. So all those members who have not cast their votes electronically and who are attending this meeting have the opportunity to cast their e-votes at the meeting. Your company has again appointed Mr. Devesh Pathak, founder of MS Devesh Pathak and Associates, practicing company secretaries, as the scrutinizer for remote e-voting conducted from 14th of July to 16th of July 2025, and for this AGM. He will submit the combined result within 2 working days from the conclusion of this meeting. Thank you, Mr. Pathak. With your permission, I will now take up the resolutions which require members' approvals. The item number 1 of the notice relates to receiving, consideration and adoption of A, the audited financial statements of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, together with the board's report and the auditor's report thereon, as well as the audited consolidated statements for the same period. It is proposed to be passed as ordinary resolution. Now I request the company secretary to read the resolution, as the same being ordinary business was not circulated.
Resolved that the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2025, along with the board's report and the auditor's report thereon, as circulated to the shareholders, be and is hereby received, considered, and adopted pursuant to Section 137 and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013 and rules framed thereunder. Resolved further that the consolidated financial statements for the year ended 31st March 2025, along with the auditor's report thereon, as circulated to the shareholders, be and is hereby received, considered, and adopted pursuant to Section 137 and other applicable provisions, if any, of the Companies Act 2013 and rules framed thereunder.
For item number 2 and 3, I request Mr. Jayesh Mehta to preside over the meeting and proceed as I may be deemed to be interested in this resolution.
Thank you, Gauri. Item number 2 of the notice pertains to reappointment of Mrs. Corinne Russell, DIN number 03531399, as a retiring director, and is proposed to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Now I request Company Secretary to read the resolution, and the same being ordinary business, it was not circulated.
Resolved that Mrs. Corinne Ruxtul, DIN number 03531399, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers herself for reappointment, be and is hereby reappointed as a director of the company liable to retire by rotation pursuant to Section 152 and other provisions applicable, if any, of the Companies Act 2013 and rules framed thereunder.
Thank you, Ravi. The item number 3 pertains to the confirmation of accumulated dividend of 992 lakhs on 4%, 1,24,000 cumulative redeemable preference shares of the face value of rupees 10 each, payable on redemption as per the terms of the issue. Though the terms of issue was already approved by the shareholders at their extraordinary general meeting held on 30th August 2004, your confirmation is being solicited out of abundant precaution. Now I request our Company Secretary, Ravi, to take up the proceedings.
Resolve that pursuant to applicable provisions of the Companies Act 2013 and rules framed thereunder, the confirmation of member B and is hereby accorded to payment of accumulated dividend of rupees 992 lakhs on 1 crore 24 lakh 4% cumulative redeemable preference shares of face value rupees 10 each, payable on redemptions as per the term of issue.
Thank you, Ravi. Now I request Mrs. Corinne Ruxel to take over the position of chairperson.
Thank you, Jayesh. Item number 4 pertains to the appointment of MSCNK Associates LLP Chartered Accountants as statutory auditors for a second term of 5 consecutive years from the conclusion of the 43rd AGM till the conclusion of the 48th AGM to be held in 2030 and fixing the remuneration. Since resolutions in respect of rest of the business are already mentioned in the notice of the AGM, we can take the same as read. Item number 5 pertains to the appointment of MS Devesh Pathak and Associates as secretarial auditors for the term of 5 consecutive financial years and fixing their remuneration. Item number 6 pertains to the ratification of remuneration of cost auditor for the financial year 2025 and 26. Item number 7 pertains to the appointment of Mr. Dilip Singh Jadeja as non-executive independent director of the company. A very warm welcome to Dilip. We are very happy to have you on board. As item number 8 is related to payment of commission to all the non-executive directors, I request Mr. Bhavin Karia, shareholder of the company, as decided by the board, to preside over the meeting for this agenda item.
Item number 8 pertains to payment of commissions to non-executive directors within the overall ceiling limit of 3% of net profit of the company for the financial year 2025-26, 2026-27 and 2027-28. Now I request Ms. Corinne to take over.
Thank you, Bhavin. Ravi, have you received any speaker registration for this meeting? I
Yes,
believe
ma'am.
we do.
We have received a few questions and speaker registrations for this AGM. Before we go live with the Q&A, I would like to request the registered speakers not to repeat the questions which are already in the presentation or asked by any previous speakers, giving the proper time to all the speakers to ask their queries and questions. The speakers are advised to keep their video on off in case there is any connectivity issues to facilitate smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. And I request the speakers to keep the timeline of the questions short so that all the speakers which have enrolled may ask their questions. So I'll now request to please unmute the first speaker, speaker number 1, Mr. Hitesh K. Hitesh ji, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, perfectly fine.
Yes.
Great. Thanks. Thank you, ma'am, for this wonderful presentation and a strong FY25 performance. You did cover
Your voice is breaking,
some
Hitesh.
questions in the presentation, so I will not repeat them. Firstly, could you please share what are these new capabilities that we did?
Hitesh ji, your
Is
voice
it
is
better?
breaking, I believe.
Is it better now? Is it audible now? Am I audible now?
Yes.
Now you're audible.
Am I audible
I
now?
hope. Yes. Your last
Okay.
question was
Is it
breaking,
better?
but now it should be fine, hopefully.
Sure. Okay. Sure. So firstly, could you share what are the new capabilities that we have added in the newly expanded facility? You did share some new products in the presentation. Is it part of this new facility or just on capability front, what is it additional that we will be doing out of it? Secondly, because our operations are labor intensive, in terms of automation, how different are these operations in the new facility vis-a-vis the older facility? Thirdly, this global supply agreement that we have with Alstom, Is it just empanelment into Alstom's vendor ecosystem, or do we have the right to bid contracts as and when they come in? What is this agreement all about? And also, is this agreement, do you have any specific components where you'll be supplying to Alstom's global needs as part of this agreement? Could you just throw some bit of more color to this, the nature of this agreement? Fourthly, Alstom globally is trying to localize 75-80% of its needs from geographies where they have their own factories. How is Integra looking to cater to their global needs? Is it through supplying outside of India to Alstom's facilities directly, or is it to Alstom's plants in India, which in turn cater to their overseas contract? I believe you did mention about the Kazakhstan contract, and I believe that is the only locomotive unit of Alstom in the whole of Asia. And I believe locomotive is a higher share of business for us. But is it only for locomotives that will be catering to Alstom's needs, or would you also be having the other rolling stocks also? Uh, we haven't seen any new additions of customers in Integra, at least in the last 5 years. We see the same old names. You did mention about rectifiers this time, and I believe the annual report is talking about notable increase in inquiries from multiple OEMs. So yes, Alstom and Siemens are the largest globally, so we are catering to them. But what are the other new names where we are looking to add them? Uh, uh, there is a company in UK called Hydram Engineering. I believe they are also doing a similar work like Integra, catering to similar clientele like us. Now they do revenues of 30 million pounds with an EBITDA margin of 17-18%. Now this margin is more or less is a margin that we make. Now it is very natural that our operations are labor intensive, and the cost of labor in India being lower, it is logical that that advantage of lower labor cost should get reflected in our margins. So just trying to understand, are these the best possible margins that we can work with, or is there a room for better margins? uh, the annual report also talks about making further investments in advanced machineries and manufacturing process automation. You did mention about contemplating about automating the bending processes, right? So what are these investments? Could you just share more details, and also the quantum of capex that we will be incurring for this in the current year? Lastly, there's a 20% increase in employees on payroll from 208 to 254. Are we more or less done with our people investing for this new plant, and or can we see a material uptick on this account because of the new plant in the current year? Yeah, broadly these are the questions, and it's a please request because this is the only time you choose to interact with the shareholders. If you can be a little more specific to the details, it will be very helpful, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Sure, let me just try to answer. So in terms of facility, the new facility as such is not different from our existing facilities in terms of setup. So it's basically an expansion of what we're having. So it's just more space. We do different operations in our different sheds. We have more space in the new shed for assembly processes, and that basically is the capacity that we needed to grow further in this business. We don't have any specific machinery or processes installed in the new factory, but this is always a topic, and we're always exploring further investment, like as I mentioned, the automation that we're exploring for the bending machines. I cannot mention any specific capex there because it's project we are just checking right now. We have also increased our surface treatment capabilities with new powder coating processes and further pre-treatment processes that we continue to establish for our customers. Even in our new facility, there will be a same labor-intensive process of assembly, which we can at the moment right now not fully automate because we have a big variety in different products. Talking about Alstom, this is an opportunity to now be able to supply to all global sites of Alstom directly. We are right now already supplying to all major sites of Alstom in India. So we're supplying to Savli, Manesha, Sri City, and Coimbatore, which all cater the domestic market, but also cater global projects sometimes. So we have this route for export, and with the new global supplier agreement, we are receiving inquiries from all different sites of Alstom to export directly to them. You were asking about different customers and different expansion of the portfolio. That's something we are working on. We have been in discussion. We have received inquiries also from other OEMs like Webtec, Talgo, Tab. There are smaller companies like Stadler, Intamin, and so forth. So there are many smaller OEMs that we're in discussion with. We see opportunities to add those to our customer names, but the volume as such is certainly not going to be as high as it is with Alstom, because Alstom is just a giant in the market right now. You asked about our margins, and you've been comparing us to Hindram out of the UK. I think you realized yourself already correctly. The OEMs want to buy from India because of its lower cost and lower labor cost compared to Europe. And they're buying from India to get this benefit and reduce their cost of their product. So we can get certain profitability, but the majority of the benefit will be passed on to the customer. We have to be quite transparent in the costing to be competitive, and doesn't allow us to charge much higher. Yes. And your last question was regarding the employees. Yes, we've increased our employees on the payroll in the last year significantly. On the one hand, we have built our capabilities in engineering, project management, execution related to the different projects, and to support our business activities and the growth. And also, of course, of the bigger facilities, we had to add some additional manpower. I think the goal now for the year ahead is not to just add people, but rather develop the skills of our existing people and make sure that we have the right people in the right place rather than increasing the workforce further. Good. I hope I've been able to answer your questions, Mr. Hitesh.
Thank you, ma'am. We are moving towards our second speaker, Ms. Sarla Bhargav. I request to please unmute Ms. Sarla Bhargav. Sarla ji, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. First of all, congratulations for the nice execution of your results. I just want to ask 2 or 3 specific questions. The capex which you did for the machinery and for your plant, is that capex has started contributing in the sale, or it is in pipeline? And second one is, your debtor and inventory days increased around 4 to 6 months. So why is companies blocking money for the 4 to 6 months? Do you have anything specific reason for that? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sala, for your questions. If I can take up your question regarding debtor and inventory days. Regarding our calculation, I've just double checked. I think its inventory is about 12 weeks of total sales, and our manufacturing cycle is usually 6 to 8 weeks. And quite often it unfortunately extends to 8 to 10 weeks, depending on our customers, if they're not lifting the material immediately. So we are, of course, continuously striving to reduce the cycle and improve our working capital, but I think close to 10 weeks is what we actually need as a manufacturing cycle to produce the products. And with regards to debtors, we have generally a credit period of 90 to 120 days with our majority customers. However, we use a bill discounting facility agreement with those customers, and we are early discounting the bills whenever we need a fund. So if you're looking at our annual statement, out of total 4.9 crores, we have already discounted bills of 1.9, so which means our net borrowings are only 1.5. But because of INDAS, we have to add back the discounted bills, which are not matured until the end of March 2025. So they are actually a bit inflated in a statement. And your last question was regarding the addition in our CapEx. As I mentioned before, the new factory is mainly a space expansion, which allows us to increase our capacity. Some of it has already been converted into increased sales. You've seen also in this last quarter, we've been able to grow. And of course, we also have some spare capacity to grow further now based on the investment that we've done in the last year. I hope this has been answering your questions, Mr. Sala.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request speaker number 3, Mr. Ankur Tripathi. I would request to please unmute Mr. Ankur Tripathi.
Yeah, hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me opportunity. I have just 3 questions. First question is, what are the capex plan for this FY 25-26? And are there any major investment plan in capex expansion, modernization, or technology upgrade? And the second question is, what is the current order book? Current order book, and what is the revenue target for FY 25 and 26? And the third question is, like this last year, EBITDA margin of approximately 90%. Does the management expect margin to remain stable, improve, or come under the pressure in FY 25-26?
Thank you, Mr. Ankur. So regarding your questions related to CapEx, we don't have any plan to invest in building category, as we already invested a lot of money last year into new buildings. But we are continuously reviewing the CapEx requirements, and also based on business opportunities that we are seeing in the market. And the major CapEx that will be expected in this year is related to plant and machinery to further improve the capacity, the quality, and the productivity in the factory. Our current order backlog is about 160 crores. Our revenue target for this financial year, we see a lot of opportunities in the market, so we are expecting to grow, but as you know, we are not disclosing any revenue targets for the future. The EBITDA margin of 19% was good in last year. I agree with that. You could ask our CEO. I think we are continuously under pressure. It's always a struggle to maintain the margin. So we, of course, want to continue to have a good margin, but it's a constant struggle with customers and productivity to be able to maintain the profitability. I hope this has answered your questions, Mr. Ankur.
Thank you, ma'am. Speaker number 4, Mr. Aspi Besania. I would like to request the moderator to please unmute Mr. Aspi Besania.
Madam, can you see me and hear me?
Yes, wonderful. I can see and hear you.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. For you, it must be morning because we are in India.
It is just about noon, so it's
Oh,
lunchtime
noon.
now for me.
Okay, okay. Okay, so you're interrupting your lunch. You can have lunch afterwards.
No worries.
Madam, outside, I congratulate the management on very good results for the year. And again, in Q1, you've done very well. And I thank our company secretary for giving me an opportunity to speak. Madam, after answering every speaker, you are saying, I hope I've answered the question. But the speaker is not available at that time to answer you, yes or no. Because the moderator mutes them at that time, the moment you start talking. So I'd request the moderator not to mute me till you finish replying. And if the first three speakers have any queries, you can still ask them to clarify. Madam, my questions. How much percentage of our revenue comes from railways, metros, and monorails? Just to know how much is from other than this three. Does a parent intend to transfer any new products from their portfolio? Can I continue or am I very fast?
No, you can continue. I think it would have helped if you had shared your questions beforehand, like the other speakers did, but so far I can follow
Okay.
you, please.
Okay, there was big capital expenditure during the year. Please inform by how much percentage our capacity will increase. When do you expect full capacity utilization? Our finance cost for the year were 240 lakhs. I would request the directors not to approve dividend payment and grow our company fast. I'm interested in capital appreciation rather than a dividend. Then do not give bonus or split. Let the share price go up and up. Then our inventory as and trade receivables that you already answered. Who is our competitor in India? I hope the moderator will not mute me till you finish replying. And you also give the first three speakers again a chance to talk in case there are any queries on your answers.
Good. You have asked all your questions or you have some more questions?
No, finish.
Okay. So first of all, your question regarding share of revenue. Our revenue, I would say, is close to 100% is related to the railway sector. Be it Indian Railways, the big OEMs, so whatever we do is going into the railway market. Regarding technology transfer from the parent company, there's no technology transferred planned so far because we are a quite diversified group which is present in completely different industries, and we don't have any similar business in Europe. So there's no technology available with the parent that would fit to the company to be transferred.
No, we can diversify. Like Unilever is into ice creams and also soaps and shampoos and everything. That way you
Of
can.
Of course. We also have a regular strategic discussion, and we always explore what is more beneficial for the company. Is it to stay in the same segment or to diversify into something completely different? Absolutely. So right now there's no plan, but you never know. With regards to capacity, last year before we built that new factory shed, we were close to 100% capacity, so we did not have any capacity for further growth. Now, with our new setup, we are right now at the capacity of about 65%, so we have still room to grow our business. By when this capacity will be reached, it's very hard to predict. It depends on how we are able to secure new projects, new orders. So I cannot give you a fixed time frame, but of course the goal is to utilize this capacity as fast as possible. You mentioned about no distribution of dividend. I think we can just take note of that and appreciate your input. We will certainly consider that when it comes to a decision on what to do with our profits. But in general, I certainly support the idea that we should reinvest the profits for the growth of the business. With regards to competitors, we have an array of different competitors because we are in different segments. We have different competitors. So it really depends. For panels, there's many different smaller and larger competitors all over India. If we are talking about metro interiors, we have, for example, KTK, which is a Chinese company with presence in India, which is a competitor to us. But we are also competing with other suppliers that are producing interiors out of FRP instead of aluminium or steel. And in railway signaling, we also have many different competitors depending on which product exactly we're talking about.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I hope that helped. Have I answered your question?
Yes, sure. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
And all the best.
Thank you.
All the
Thank
best for
you.
the future. Yeah.
Same to you.
Thank you. Now, the speaker number 5 is Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi. I request you to please unmute Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi. Sorry, I didn't get you.
Not present, he said.
Okay. The sixth speaker is Mr. Himanshu Trivedi. Can you please unmute Mr. Himanshu Trivedi? Okay. The seventh speaker is Ms. Sushma Chanda. Can you please unmute Ms. Sushma Chanda?
I am audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Ankur Chanda with Sushma Chanda. Ma'am, I just want to say that our corporate governance is too good. That's why there is no problem at all. As per my knowledge, our business is in two countries, India and Switzerland. I just want to know that what percentage of earning coming from Switzerland? Only this my question. Thanks.
Thank you for your question, Mr. Ankuchi. So the business of Integra Engineering India as such is in India. So our earnings are made in India. Our parent company, Integra Holding, is in Switzerland, but we don't have any sales in Switzerland right now. We do some sales to other countries like France and Spain, where we do export to our customers, but no share of business in Switzerland right now.
Thank you, ma'am. The eighth speaker is Mr. Kishore Kachalia. Can we please unmute Mr. Kishore Kachalia? Okay. The ninth speaker is Mr. Satish Shah. Can we please unmute Mr. Satish Shah? Okay. The 10th speaker is Mr. Anil Parekh. Can we please unmute Mr. Anil Parekh? The 11th speaker is Mr. Rohit Poti. Can we please unmute Mr. Rohit? Okay. 12th speaker is Mr. Dhyaneshwar Bhagwat. Can we please unmute Mr. Dhyaneshwar Bhagwat?
Hello, am I audible, sir? Ma'am, can you hear me perfectly?
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much,
Hello.
ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Thank you very much. And thanks for talking to us from outside India, that is from Switzerland. Thank you very much. And good afternoon to you for for your lunch, because I think so there's a lunch time is there at Switzerland, correct, ma'am?
Yes, absolutely. That's
Thank you
correct.
very much, ma'am. And sorry, we are disturbing you for the meeting.
No, no
so
problem.
sorry from our side.
It's my pleasure to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, ma'am. First of all, respected Chairman, Board of Directors, this is D.K. Bhagwat, the Anishwar K. Bhagwat from Mumbai. First, I say thank to the Company Secretary Ravi sir for sending me the soft copy of AGM well in advance, which is full of information and easy to understand. So I thanks to him and his team for doing excellent work. Secondly, I don't have much question because the financial part you have given all the details. So no more question about the financial part. Third, I support all the vision. Fourth, I have a few questions now.
Yes, please tell me. What happened now?
Bhagwatji,
Mr.
your voice
DK?
is not audible.
Am I audible now? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
now
Yeah.
you're audible.
First of all, what is the profit sharing ratio for coming financial year? Secondly, which product give most profit for our business? Thirdly, this is the third. Just a moment, ma'am.
Yes.
The lot of people have asked the question, so no more third question. Just reply me two questions. Whatever ask the question. The thing, the coming festival, I wish good luck and thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am. And you are looking handsome, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. So I just understood your question regarding the profit share of different products. So maybe just to give you an information, our business is mainly driven by different projects and different orders by our end customers, like we're supplying, for example, to Delhi Metro. And the profitability is not different from product to product, but rather different from project to project. So I cannot tell you which is the most profitable. It really depends on the project itself, the scope of the project, the volume of the project. So that is really different. And of course, the more complex the product is, usually the higher is our value addition and the higher is our profit margin. So if we have very simple parts that we just do some basic processing, our profitability is usually lower. If we have a complex product with many different operational steps and surface treatment and assembly and welding, then we usually also have a higher profit margin. Other than that, I did not really understand the questions, I hope. CapEx, we have already discussed about, huh? Did you note any other question, Ravi?
No, ma'am. I think there were two questions only. The rest of the questions were already been answered.
And yes, you asked about the profit for this or for the outlook for this financial year. So as I can't give an outlook for the revenue, I'm unfortunately also not able to give an outlook for the profit margin for the current financial year.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving towards the 13th speaker, I would like to request the moderator to please unmute Mr. Nikhil Upadhyay. Mr. Nikhil Upadhyay, can you hear us?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for the opportunity. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Oh,
Very
okay.
well.
First of all, congrats on a good year and a good quarterly number. And I think the outlook is very strong. I'm attending this AGM for the first time, so I've already mailed a set of questions to the company secretary. I hope you have with them. So I'll not repeat them. I just have three additional questions based on the commentary you gave. One was, what is the order book you mentioned? I missed that number. Secondly, during your initial discussion, you said that now our project or orders are moving towards more metro kind of businesses versus locomotive. So how does the book to build or the revenue recognition timelines change for us? So what is the difference between timelines for a locomotive order versus a metro order? Uh, so if you can just share some thoughts. And lastly, I understand it would be project to project, but between locomotive, metros, and signaling, is there a difference in the margin profile of each of the business segments, or the business segments would be at similar margin profile? Rest questions I think you already have, so I'm not going to repeat them. If you can just elaborate and give a detailed answer so that we can understand the company better. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so I hope I got everything that you asked. I'll start with the question that you sent beforehand, and you've been asking about what total value of a metro wagon percentage we are supplying right now. We started a few years ago with very few parts that go into the interior category, and in the last years we continuously developed and increased our scope. So whatever goes into the interior product of the metro, which is made out of sheet metal, we are currently manufacturing and supplying. We are not supplying the outside shell of the wagons. We are not supplying the traction, the bogie, and we are not supplying the seats. But other than that, I think we are supplying all components that are categorized as interior products for trains. You asked about the different segments, the order or the cycle of the order backlog, right? We have an order backlog of about 160 crores, and the difference between the old orders for panels, for locomotive panels, usually we used to have two different types. One would be tenders, where we want tenders that would run over half a year or a year, or we've had customers that would be placing regular orders, which would have a quite short lead time. And now with the metro projects, we are usually awarded projects that run for a longer period of time, that can run for a period of 2-3 years with our customers, because these are big projects, and this of course has an impact on the revenue realization of our order book. You asked about the profitability profile of the different segments. One is the panel, one is the interior, one is the signaling. Yes, we have different margins depending on this category, and but it also depends then also always on the project size, what kind of margin that we have. You sent some more questions about revenue concentration of our top customers. As I mentioned before, Alstom is our largest customer right now, and it has more than 50% of our revenue share. Then we have other big customers like CG, Hind, Rectifier, Cepsa. Siemens is currently quite small, but we see a lot of growth potential with them as well. Yes, I think all these questions I have already answered before. Ravi, shall we continue? Can you still hear me?
Hello, sorry, I was on mute.
Yes.
Ma'am, we had received a request from Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi, speaker number 5. So he has joined back. I request the moderator to please unmute Mr. Ravi Kumar Naredi.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. I just want to know, ma'am, just want to quantify the opportunity size for our business in India and outside India, and how we grow the opportunity. Ma'am, in our presentation, we show that we receive order approx 236 crore during 24-25. This is correct. And ma'am, I just want to suggest, a suggestion. Then we have not provided any investor presentation along with the annual result. So it is very important for the informed decision for the investor. So please provide some investor presentation at least annually. Now, can you quantify the order pipeline for the current year and next for the current year or 18 to 24 months? Then that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ravici. So first of all, your question regarding the business size or the opportunity size, which is addressable by our business. We are very much focusing on the railway market right now, but as such, we are a contract manufacturing company that can supply all kind of sheet metal fabricated solutions to all kind of industries. So it's very hard to say what is the addressable market, because actually our customers or addressable market is really very large. And even if we are just focusing on the railway space, it's very difficult to quantify because we have a lot of scope to always add new products, and we can also, as I mentioned before, substantially increase our export to different OEMs globally. So it's very difficult to put a frame to that market. The order pipeline you're asking about, we are unfortunately not disclosing. We are, as with the sales and profitability outlook, I can also not give you a fixed number for the orders, but we see a very dynamic market with many inquiries, many projects. We always also see a lot of delays. Things always take much longer than expected, but as such, we are quite positive in our outlook. You mentioned something about orders that we received. I somehow, unfortunately, did not understand this. Really, I think there was some connection issue. And you asked about investor presentation. I think for us so far, the AGM has been the time where we're doing kind of an investor presentation. We certainly value this suggestion and your input regarding that. We are still a comparably small company, and preparing such a meeting for investors always takes a lot of time, which we then don't have for spending with our customers, but we certainly take this up and may consider that in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear members, we have arranged the e-voting facility at the AGM also. It will be available up to 15 minutes from the conclusion of this meeting.
Now I request Mr. Devesh Pathak of MS Devesh Pathak and Associates scrutinizers to give you instructions for e-voting at the meeting for all business set forth in the notice. Please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Chairperson. As you are aware, e-voting facility is already in place. Those who have already e-voted will not be entitled to vote. Those who have logged in this meeting only are entitled to vote. And last one, e-voting, as informed to you, would be available up to 15 minutes after the conclusion of this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pathak. With this, the 43rd AGM comes to an end. I would like to thank all the shareholders. I'm grateful for your time and involvement. I further hereby authorize the Company Secretary to announce the voting results within 2 working days of the conclusion of the AGM and intimate to the BSE. I declare that the meeting is concluded. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for chairing the meeting. I also thank the directors and auditors for attending the meeting. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the shareholders for attending the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, Ravi.
Thank you, everybody, and bye.
Bye.